Good morning, YouTubers. T-Square here with T-Square Talks. Hope everybody's having a great day. I am super excited for this week, for the next couple weeks, really, because we have a lot of excitement planned out. I don't even think people realize how much excitement could be happening this month. We've got a lot going on. We've got the Brics meeting. First of all, that's going to be on the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. A lot of action could come out of it, I guess you could say. We don't know what kind of curveballs they're going to throw, what they're going to talk about. Once they unveil that, that could be a whole new set of surprises that could really skyrocket gold and silver. However, in the meantime, I don't expect we're going to go into the Brics meeting with a weak dollar. And so I'm expecting that we could see the US dollar get kind of pumped up a little bit. Is it actually getting pumped up? No. But does it look like it's getting stronger? Yes, I expect that it will. It was down to 100.4 and then it jumped up to 102.3 roughly. And who knows how this is going to play out this month. Now, as the dollar gets stronger, I expect that we'll see cheaper silver, hopefully. However, you know, anything can happen right now. There's a lot going on. Am I expecting a big pullback? Not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is when the dollar gets stronger, silver and gold get cheaper, and therefore I'm trying to pick up what I can, and it really doesn't matter. I'm going to talk a little bit today about what kind of surprises could come our way and why I'm picking up anything and everything, even if it's this stuff. You guys know where I stand on this stuff. I cannot stand this stuff. Why? Because I don't like junky silver. I don't like the way it looks. If it doesn't have that really nice shine, I guess you could say, then I'm not really a big fan. But right now, I just want what I can get, and I want it cheap. So we're going to talk a little bit about why I think it's important right now that we gather up as much silver as we can going into this month. We look for the dips. We keep picking up what we can, and it really ain't going to matter what I can pick up this week and this month because I think it's going to make a really big dent, I guess you can say. I think we're going to see some crazy stuff. If you guys enjoyed this video, please take a quick minute, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button. If you're not subscribed, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think is going to happen this month. Also, the first week of next month, we have a Fed meeting. That's also going to change some stuff. We're going to talk a little bit about that. And if you're not a member and you would like to become a member, we're about ready to give this away. This is the 1987 San Francisco Silver Eagle MS69 NGC certified. This is a $250 coin. If you type that in right there, that number on the NGC app, you will get all the details on this coin. We only have about a dozen slots left. If anybody would like to win that, I'll show you guys the board real quick. So this is the football board. Obviously, the teams and the numbers are not all assigned. We still have roughly a dozen squares left on it. So if you'd like to get one of these, all you got to do is join, become a member, and we'll fill your name in one of these empty spots, and you'll have a shot. It's only $1.99 to become a member. Super awesome deal. You can cancel at any time. So even if you just want to try it out, become a member 1 month. If you decide you want to let it go, it's no big deal. But we do giveaways every month for special events for our members. So like I said, with only about a dozen spots left, I expect them spots are going to fill up fairly quick. We'll probably get a good chunk in today. So if you'd like to become a member, hit that join button right below. It's only $1.99. Once they fill up, we're going to go live. We're going to assign the numbers. We're going to assign the teams. And it's all going to be random. We're going to use Bingo Ball Picker to pick the numbers, and hopefully someone is going to get lucky and win it. So hopefully you guys are going to enjoy this event. It's the first time we've done I guess you can call it like an office pool like this, so I think it will be fun. And then people can watch the game and yell at their TV and root for their number. I know I've done it before, so. And when I'm really close, I'm like yelling. It doesn't matter. So with that being said, let's get started and talk about silver. And if you are on an iPhone and you're trying to figure out where the join button is frantically, if you're on an iPhone or an Apple phone, you will have to go to your browser, your internet browser, not the YouTube app. You go to your internet browser, you go to youtube.com, then go to the channel, that you want to become a member of T-Square Talk, and then you will see the join button. So with that being said, and it's only $1.99, cancel anytime. So, okay, so let's get started. So the first big thing is the dollar jumping the other day. So Friday, we saw the dollar go up a little bit. A lot of that has to do with the U.S. propping up the dollar, I believe, because oil prices are on a tear. There's a lot going on right now, and they cannot have stuff falling apart this close to the election. I'm not going to get too political, but it does matter. They don't want stuff falling apart right now. And on top of that, we've got a lot of conflicts going on around the world. We're spending a lot more money on that type of stuff, and it's getting really crazy. And we're seeing silver kind of doing, I'll say it's doing good. It's kind of flopping around right now, right around that 2250 range. However, at the time of filming this, we are below 22, but not by much. Could we see a little bit of a pullback? Well, obviously, if the dollar strengthens, that does give us a pullback. But coming into the Brics meeting, anything can happen. A lot of people are getting nervous with the Brics, whether they're countries, whether they're individuals, whether they're stackers like you and me. And a lot of people, as they get nervous, they want to basically buy more precious metals. They know that the future of tech is in silver, and the essentially financial support is gold and silver. That's true money. That's true wealth. You can't print it. A lot of people in multiple countries are getting worried about inflation. It's not just us seeing inflation. A lot of people think that inflation is maybe solely the United States. The inflation's everywhere. We are seeing heavy inflation still. If we weren't seeing heavy inflation, then, I mean, it would be a good thing. But unfortunately, we are seeing it. And it's getting more expensive for everything we do. Now, they'll tell you that the economy is doing great and everything's going good, inflation's coming down, because they don't want you panicking. Because if you panic, you rush out. I actually saw a Instagram post today that somebody actually sent me, and this was kind of strange. This is a person who's, I don't want to say out there, but I don't really know the right way to word it. But needless to say, she had sent me a post, and this post talked about NFCI insurance, NIFC insurance, and, man, what am I saying? FDIC insurance. I don't know why I'm thinking about coin roll hunting right now with $half. It popped into my head and I said it wrong. So FDIC insurance. And as that happens, as people talk more and more about the dollar potentially collapsing and banks in trouble, and these are people, though, that are not in our community. That's why I say when I think of these people that are out there, not in our community, and they're starting to hear about stuff like this, that really makes me wonder. Now, granted, the video that she sent me said you need to be buying Bitcoin. You need to be borrowing all the money you can against your house, because during the whole cough, they tightened up credit and you weren't able to get loans. You weren't able to do nothing. But here's the thing. It blew my mind. I was like, why would you even want to take a home loan? If your home is paid off, there's no purpose of you borrowing money against it. You own it. I mean, I wouldn't even necessarily recommend anybody even gambled and put it on silver or gold. Why? You got your home paid off. There's no point in borrowing money against it necessarily. Now, I understand his point. His point, because he was trying to focus people to Bitcoin, which I'm against it. You guys know my standpoint on Bitcoin. Have I gambled on that type of stuff? Yes. I have gambled heavily on cryptos. I've done well, but I don't want to end up gambling anymore. I want to get ready for what I believe is coming. And I believe that we are going to see silver and gold make a run for it, especially if the dollar takes a devastating hit from the Brics. We don't know what kind of announcements are going to come in a few weeks. Not even a few weeks. The 22nd, 23rd, and 24th are right around the corner. And anything could be said. Now, don't think for a minute, though, the U.S. is just going to let it go by the wayside. They're not. They're going to be fighting this, and they're going to be trying to do their best to prop up the dollar. But I believe there's only so much they can do. As more and more countries move away from the dollar, a lot of it has to do with our growing deficit. We continue to spend money like there's no tomorrow, and it will eventually catch up to us. We can't afford to pay it back. A lot of people are getting worried about a comment that was said a while back about how, oh, we'll just make a $35 trillion Bitcoin. And that doesn't necessarily mean a Bitcoin. It means some kind of coin, whether it be a platinum coin with an extremely high denomination, or whether it be essentially a whole new crypto. So this could get really ugly with everything going on. And here's the thing, the banks are in trouble. We've known this for a while. A lot of the money that banks had from customers has been invested. It's been invested in treasury bonds, and it's been pumping up the US dollar. But here's the thing, now what's going to happen? As the treasury bonds are just kind of not really getting as much good interest, a lot of them are locked in at low interest. We went up to 5.5%. We did just come down another 0.5%. So it's people will start looking. But here's the thing. A lot of people don't want to keep their money in the bank anyway now. Why? Because they're not really making any money on it. There's no point in holding a nice fat savings account anymore. Those days are over. Either invested in stock, invested in crypto, invested in gold and silver, invested in real estate, invested in anything that's going to go up in value. And that's what a lot of people are starting to see. And it's kind of making it even harder on the dollar. And as nobody wants the dollars, I know there's going to be people out there that are watching this that are going to leave maybe a negative comment. They're like, who wouldn't want a dollar? Who wouldn't want the US dollar? It's not necessarily that they don't want it. It's just that they want something better. They want a better savings. They want a better way to save their money. They want a better way to hold their money that it goes up in value. And that's really what it comes down to. I mean, let's be honest. I'll take your money. I'll take your fiat dollars. But as soon as I get them, what am I going to do with them? I'm going to invest them in something else. Whether that be land, whether that be stocks, whether that be crypto, whether that be gold or silver. Now, here's the problem, though, with some of that. If you're investing in the stock market with it at an all-time high, that's very dangerous, in my opinion. The price per earnings ratios don't even add up to what they used to teach people in business. In the old days, you had to have a certain price per earning ratio in order to make a stock worth it. Today, people just think stock prices can go up infinity, almost like there's no end. And, there is an end. And then when it comes to cryptos, I always get the comments that says maybe you need to stick to gold and silver. But here's the thing. I understand that there's a limited amount of it, but the energy has already been burned to make that crypto, to create it. And once it's been mined and the energy's been used, there's not really that much except for somebody else wanting it. If a day ever came where nobody wanted it, then it's not going to hold any value. And now someone could make the same argument, well, if nobody wants silver, then your silver is going to become worthless. But that's not likely. I mean, too many things use silver and gold to produce. Whether it be wedding rings, whether it be cell phones, whether it be latest techs, whether it be Tomahawk missiles, whether it be anything. A lot of gold and silver gets used up in technology, which means there's always going to be a demand for gold and silver. You can't really say that with any kind of crypto. The only demand with crypto is essentially the record keeping that it offers, the way to transfer money instantly, and that's it. I mean, if people decide they don't want it, it doesn't really have a whole lot of value. Now, I know a lot of people, and a lot of people that watch the channel have cryptocurrencies. And that's great. I would not wish ill on anybody's investment. I mean, you guys know I was in cryptocurrencies for a while. We were big into Dogecoin. We were big into Shiba. We were big into even some stuff that didn't take off. Peacock. Some of y'all remember that. But at the end of the day, what is sound money, what has been around since the beginning of time, is gold and silver. And it's not going anywhere. Don't think for a minute that gold and silver is just going to follow by the wayside. I hear people say, oh, what are you going to do when they come confiscate it? I mean, let's be honest. Do you really think in a world where they can't confiscate, really, they can't stop much of anything? I'm thinking right now, multiple items that they would like to get rid of, that they have banned. I mean, we'll say during Prohibition, they couldn't really stop that. During the whole, trying to think the proper words without saying, I don't want to get in trouble. There's a 4-letter word that they have been trying to ban, but some places have they actually sell it in like Colorado, places like that. They've been trying to ban that, and you think about what's going on. It's impossible. Do you really think that they're going to be able to maybe think you have some silver or gold at your house? You might have a couple ounces, a couple knickknacks, a couple mercury dimes in a drawer, and they're going to come out and just raid your house for it, for a couple of ounces that you may or may not even have anymore? It's unlikely. Will they maybe say you need to turn it in? Will they maybe try to appeal to your patriotic side and say you need to do your good for your country? Turn in anything you have in gold and silver and help the country get strong again. Be patriotic. They might roll out some kind of a campaign like that, but they're not going to be able to check everybody's house looking for this stuff. I mean, it's not illegal. I mean, our gold and silver was supposed to be money. It was supposed to be the only form of money. Anything else was punishable, counterfeit. But yet, now it's all paper that we use. So stacking precious metals is going to put you in a good position. Now, the question is, how high is it going to go up? The easiest way to say this is silver and gold can go as high as the dollar can go low. I mean, if the dollar becomes worthless overnight and you're holding dollars and your buddy is holding silver or gold, your currency is going to be worthless. His is going to be worth a whole lot more, because a lot of people will be trying to trade in even more worthless currency to get something sound. And it's important that you understand that, because I hear it all the time that, some of the numbers they say are ridiculous. And I'm not going to lie. For some of them numbers to be achieved overnight sounds pretty ridiculous. However, what you have to understand is when a currency collapses, it happens slow at first. And it's happening slow now. Whether or not you choose to accept it, it's happening slow and then all at once. Why? Because people are going to want to flood into some other asset, and they're going to be dumping their dollars as quick as they can. The more people dump them, the faster it goes up. And that's pretty much where we're at. We're right on the edge right now, I believe. Is it going to happen tomorrow? Probably not. Could something major happen on the 22nd, 23rd, 24th? Yes. They could roll out in their meeting and decide, you know what, this is it. We've been preparing for it. This is our time. We need to do it now. And if that happens, you will literally see a lot of escalation, a lot of tensions, because no one's going to go quietly. You think the dollar is going to lose its world reserve status peacefully? No. I mean, so it's something you guys need to be thinking about. That you're picking up stuff, that you have stuff. I talk to some people in the comments, and they're telling me, I buy on the 1st and the 15th every month, a little bit. And that's a great strategy. I've tried adopting, just picking up a little bit here and there when I can. And it really doesn't matter what I pick up now. Why? Because I think the opportunity for gold and silver is dwindling. I'm hoping to pick up some cheap silver between now and the Brics meeting. Why? Because, the dollar is going to have to try to strengthen it, because they want to be as dominant as they can going into the Brics meeting. And if they hold off for another year from some big major announcement, hey, that's great. That gives me another year to prepare. But if by some fluke they roll out their killer blow, essentially, that's it. I probably shouldn't have said the K word either. I was trying to avoid the D word, and then I ended up saying the K word. You know, but if they start throwing strong blows, that's it. I mean, we could see some devastating events happen. And so that's why I'm trying to pick up what I can. I'm picking up anything. It doesn't matter if it's a silver dime, a silver quarter, a dirty ounce of silver, some kind of 40%. I know people used to laugh at me because I used to like the 40%ers. It can be anything. I'm picking it up. So with that being said, going to wrap up here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you left a comment. Let me know your thoughts. And if you're not subscribed, like I said, we only have about 12 spots left on the board. Hoping to fill those up so we can call the game and get stuff going. And then the second giveaway, where's T-Square? If you can find me in a video, leave a comment on that video, and we will get you entered into the second free giveaway. My hands do not count. I had a couple of people like, hey, I found your hand. And it wasn't just one. It was actually a handful. So you do actually have to see my face in the video because I am trying to shut down a lot of those videos. And then we will be doing that giveaway too. And that's open to everybody. So you don't have to be a member for that one. You just got to find me in a video. So with that being said, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys again on T-Square Talk. Take care, everybody, and have a great day. Bye-bye.